And welcome back to Blackout Gaming TV as we continue our triple header of Highlander action tonight. We have another game on CP Steel for you. Over on Blackout Gaming TV 2, we do have Fair Enough versus The Experiment, if you fancy checking out that game. But over here on our channel, we have already seen...
action happens.
This is where the real action happens, exactly. We've just seen Stacked take a 2-0 win over the Unpoppable. And now we're going to see Highpander versus WASP. I'm CeeJaey. I'm still CeeJaey. And I'm assuming Steve is still Steve. And John has always been John, and he's still on the camera. Steve, what do you think about this game? These players, who do you think is going to take the advantage after today?
Ooh, I'm going to be brutally honest and say that I'm about 90% sure that Highpander is going to take it very confidently. And if they don't, then I will give a random person in chat a candy cane item in TF2.
Festive. It's nearly Christmas. Candy cane. It's a nice idea.
Mark my words. I can even... I guess... No, I can't sign it. I don't have the kind of metal.
Well, there you go, guys. If Highpander don't take this 2 rounds to nil, then Steve is going to give someone a candy cane. So you've got that to look forward to. If you're going to lose out on your bets, which I'm not sure if there's any time to get your bets in, I'm pretty sure they're closed on the games already. We'll just do a quick run over the rosters, starting off with Highpander. So far this season, they're doing well. They're in contention of the playoff places, but they did drop points to both Strong Opinions and The Experiment. So it'll be interesting to see if they can take all 6 points here today.
And CeeJaey goes robotic on us. How about I run for this roster, CeeJaey?
Go for it, Steve. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, is he? Maybe it's just me. I'll run through
Steve
it anyway.
Steve can take the roster. Okay.
Because I have insider knowledge on this team. So today we have Mr. Epic instead of Ast, it seems, on Scout. Both really good players. I wouldn't be, that disappointed that Ast isn't playing. We have Mookie on Soldier, who is... I think I used to call him the virtuoso of medpicks, and I probably still will. We have Big G Goreston on Pyro, Hildreth on Demo, Polk on Heavy, the Hawaiian Polk, the legend from the North America, and Doom, a new pickup on NG, really good player. I was the one saying, okay, let's get him, he's really smart, and then I left the team. We have Freyr, the master of negativity on Medic, Tracker, the guy who's worse than Problem on Sniper, and Granger Bob, the Kazoo wannabe, except he can actually pull off the Kazoo playstyle.
Is my voice okay now, Steve? Or not okay, I mean, is it back to normal?
It's horrible for me, but I assume that the rest can hear it fine.
Okay, well, I'll continue. Yes, I know that Ast is away at the moment, so I'm guessing that's why Mr. Epic is playing, but other than that, that Highpander roster is pretty much their standard roster for this season. Looking over the WASP roster, though, now this roster has changed a lot since last season, but tonight we do have a lot of changes as well, so we'll do our best. We've got Gunrocks on Scout, who's joined recently as Scout, has played the last couple of games, and it looks like he's officially their Scout main now. Lippy on Soldier, very good Soldier. Sinnock looks like he's going to be playing Pyro. Now, Sinnock was WASP's demo man last season. He's since left them. I'm not sure whether he left by choice or was cut. I'm not sure the background onto that, but he now plays in High on a team called the Weebs. But it looks like he is murking Pyro tonight. On demo man is Death, who was demo man for Fair Enough last season, but has joined WASP. This week, he actually left the WASP roster and then rejoined it within the last sort of 2 days. So, don't know what happened there either, but he is back and playing for WASP. Catman is playing Heavy. Now, Catman, we just saw, if you were with us earlier, played for Unpoppable, so he, I assume, is murking for them as well on the Heavy class. Olber is another face we saw in the previous game. He was playing for Stacked. He was murking for them, and he'll be playing for his own team on Engineer. Clefsas, one of the leaders, on Medic. Stormin on Sniper. He's supposedly their backup sniper, but actually played more games than Kenzie so far this season, with Costil on Spy, who's playing instead of D-Toad, who can only assume is unavailable. And WASP have been strong on this map. They're pretty decent on it last season. I think they took all 6 points against Stacked last season, if I remember correctly. We have gone live. Here's WASP going in the blue. They'll be setting a time first with Highpander in the red defending, and then they'll try and beat that time afterwards. You said Highpander are going to win, Steve. You confident with the 6-0? Or the 2-0?
Yeah, it's what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless Catman really triggers this game, I think the Highpander combo was stronger. The Highpander sniper... Actually, snipers are probably even, but the flank on Highpander is stronger by a long shot. And the spy on Highpander is better. So just going player by player, there's no way they should be losing 1v1 fights or small skirmishes. And even from decision making, I think there's no way Highpander should make worse goals than WASP.
Interesting sticky trap here from Hildreth. He's put some sticks on the exit signs over on the AE connector near White Room. So maybe he's expecting that AE push straight away. As Mookie goes down early on to the, is that the Soda Popper from Gunrocks? Early pick there, but defending A, nobody really defends A, they just give it up. It's no point in trying to defend it at the same time as B, but it does look like WASP. They've taken their medic, they've got their plans on the A spawn. Grenjabob is here cloaked, he's just waiting to see. He's obviously checking those sticky traps to see. Gunrocks has bonked through. Told please, these sticky traps do get spotted though. They are going to get cleaned up, and it does look like an AE push, Steve. And we'll see if WASP can do better than Unpoppable did earlier on.
Well, it's the same players, or at least heavy on NG, so perhaps they've learned a lesson. And as I say, actually, never mind. That is not that's not the best way to
drop comes in! Grenjabob gets the backstab onto Cliffs, no one checked behind him. And he gets the backstab, drops the Uber. And another team has dropped Uber trying at that AE push. And it's all gone wrong for WASP here.
This is what happens when you get that Div 1 demo man to Merc Pyro, I suppose. But he gets promptly cleaned up, Cynic does on E, and Mookie says no to that, ends that push with the beggars. We also see Grenjabob probably going for a cleanup on A. Never mind, he chooses to ignore the tally and go for a drop down. But this is gonna be... Oh, actually, Grenja's on them. Grenja is cleaning up the frags. Can he get the demo as well? No, but a really good push out from Highpander. They got the better Uber exchange and they had Grenja ready to clean up. It's quite impressive actually. You can already see the difference in coordination. You can see, how Highpander is able to communicate. Okay, we're gonna push them out now, and how people actually make their own decisions based on that. As we see Costo creeping up on the red sniper, and nothing happens there. Never mind.
Death though, with the running the locker load, takes out that mini sentry by Doom, and also takes out Tracker. So that's the sniper pick, which is decent. But the sticky trap from Hildreth takes down Catman. The Death's going to get caught in here. He also gets taken down, but then takes out Wilson in the process. So no. Oh, and the medic goes down. Lippy came in. I don't know if that was a drop or not. Not sure if Sprayer had it just yet. But in comes Lippy from behind, takes down the Highpander medic. Gunrocks is in. He's getting some cap time. He's really weak. Gets taken out by that mini. But this is a good chance for WASP here to get some cap time on the B point. They should be able to finish this. Hildreth is still in the window near the drop down. And Highpander, I'm not sure if they're going to give this up yet. Doom with the crits on the Frontier Justice. Doesn't manage to land any meat shots on the demo though.
Not quite seal level with the Frontier Justice.
No, not quite seal level. Best NG Prem, easy. But WASP are going to get this B point, Steve, and they do have an Uber in the bank, 75% advantage. Where do they go from here? What's your recommendation?
A really well-timed pick on Hildreth by Costo means they'll be able to comfortably take BC, and that's basically the only place I can see them going right now is BC. And we see Death pushing through. The only threat here is the sniper. Is he gonna get picked off? He's playing it slow. He's peeking the corner. Can this work for WASP? Sorry.
Well, they do use
really
the Uber. I think it was from the threat of the sniper. Catman clears up Goreston, and Tracker does go down. to death. So they are getting good time and lots of damage onto Polk. He has to try and run away here. Spray is not got quite uber. He's at 90%.
Hildreth's
He's
got
going to
out.
stay in spawn. And yeah, Hildreth goes down there.
Another death. This is looking really bad for Highpander. They need to regroup. They need to take a step back. Say, okay, spawners in 8 seconds. We take our time. C is lost, but they can hold White Room. And White Room is possibly the strongest hold on this map.
Lippy! Sorry to interrupt, but Lippy with the double kill takes down Doom, the NG, and Mookie. So this flank is just being opened up by the Ukrainian soldier here. Great plays by him, and 3 down for Highpander already. They do have 100% Uber, but Klefsas is at 80. The backstab from Grenchwell does take down Catman, but this is not looking good as the Uber is forced. Goreston getting a couple of kills there, but Klefsas is going to use his Uber to counter onto death, and it's all going to be what the picks happen here as Spray is kind of locked in spawn.
It just keeps swinging this game. First blue has a really good push, then suddenly red cleans up like 4 blue players out of the blue. Because they died.
Klefsas is really weak here though. He's going to manage to get the pack, but him and Death are caught in the DE connector, or sorry, the CD connector. They are rotating
almost
back around.
alive. This is ridiculous.
This is
I
just
don't
chaotic
think
at
I've
the
ever
moment.
seen that happen in on Steel. Actually, I have, but not in this. You know, they're not actually pushing. They're just preparing to push, and they almost survive. That's just good job, Highpander.
But
But
Ubers
Klefsas does
are
manage to stay
essentially
alive,
equal.
as you say. The Blues are equal. Although this is really a good position for both teams to be in. Grenchwell manages to probably break Dynamite hit with this crucial heavy pick. Oh, and the Pyro. This is the dream. This is, you get the stab and then you get someone with a revolver after they spot you.
Yeah, the Uber
as you
is.
can see, Highpander takes this. They're like, okay, confidence here. As goreston runs into the heavy. Unfortunate, but they were confident at one point because they had some really good entry frags from Grinja, and that's overconfidence right there, guys. This is what happens when you're like, okay, we've got the frags, let's push them in.
That was a wipe as well, Steve.
Oh yeah, another one. But this was during a push, so it's fine.
Doom and Mookie, the only
upsetting
survivors, or the only respawns, sorry. Polk and Sprayer have joined them now, but with time 6, time 7 on the point, does look like WASP are going to get this cap momentarily. I mean, they are blocking down the spawns as well. Catman forward, 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Is the slowest time we've seen so far today, but by all means, not a slow time at all. And Highpander, it gives Highpander a little bit of room for maneuver. I mean, they don't have to go for that AE push. They can if they want to, and it gives them a bit of time to rotate if they want. But that was decent from WASP. They didn't seem to struggle. They took their time in a lot of things there. So yeah, we're going to see them stopping around now. Highpander in the blue. They will be trying to beat that time of 6 minutes and 20 seconds. WASP in the red. If they hold it for longer than that, then they will take the first round and be taking at least 2 points from this game.
I have to say, CeeJaey, I'm losing faith. It was 90%. It's down to 70 now.
70.
Oh. Yeah.
Someone might win a candy cane.
Oh. Well.
Look at Catman's position.
Did I say they have to win the game or the round?
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure you said 6-0. I'm pretty sure that was the.
Oh, okay.
Just look at Catman. Look at Catman.
I'm looking at Catman.
He's really far forward. And
he doesn't even get a frag.
Doesn't even get a frag.
No, this is not how you do it.
15-second respawn now for the heavy for WASP, and Grenchbob is in, staying just out of reach of those flames, waiting to come in for the stab.
Dodging around.
And he gets caught out by Sinnock. Who says demo mains can't play Pyro? Easy class, Steve, easy class, but Tracker does take down Stormin. That's sniper advantage for Highpander, and it looks like they're getting ready to push. At least Hildreth is peeking, getting some damage onto that sentry, but Gunrock's cleaning up, taking down a couple of players on the flank, and that A point hasn't actually been capped yet, Steve.
That's strange, seeing how it's even easier than the Pyro class to cap it. Oh, what Lippy actually tries to block it here. This is interesting.
Oh,
I think this is
the shot from Tracker. He just walks in, one shot, headshot onto Klefsas, takes him down. That is a second drop for the Ukrainian medic, and WASP are in a big disadvantage here as they Uber in.
Just keeps coming as Grenchwell goes in on Stormin. And this is it. This is how you want to be. You get the sniper, you get the medic. Easy cap for Highpander.
Klefsas is going to respawn now, though.
Myself. Don't let me down, Highpander.
Simultaneous caps on B and E going on, a little bit of distraction going on, but the E point does get cleared up. WASP have their spawns, they're about 20% behind in the Uber stakes, and there was a cheeky little sticky trap here. Tracker just peeking around in BC Connect, trying to get a pick. Very dangerous for Death to be peeking here. And the sticky trap has been cleared up, so Sprayer is free to walk through. 75% now. Death is on the C point. Catman and Clefsas a little bit further behind on the balcony. But it does look like Highpander are going to be pushing Shelf momentarily as they have all of their players there. We'll have to see if they can take this point. There is a sticky trap there. Does take down Polk with a little bit of help from Catman. And it does that's going to slow them down a little bit more. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. Steve, what's your thoughts? Can they take this?
Easily. With ease. Unless
we do
the
have
teleport. Oh, they even get the tele from Alba. Excellent play from Goreston. This is just excellent firework.
Alba just walks in. He holds that W key. Sprayer is standing still. I reckon he is yelling at his team right now. Alba
well, it
just
was
walks
also
in
the
and
scout.
gets.
It was also Gunrex, to be fair.
But he was bonked, Steve. He wasn't even
But
shooting.
did Sprayer know that? See, did
well,
Sprayer know? Because, you know, medics are curious creatures. Sometimes they force, you know how Mia forced a couple of seasons ago to just spy holding a sapper? Things happen when you're a medic.
Medics are the most level-headed players you'll find in any game, Steve.
Oh yeah, I can see the level of your head. There's not much hair on it, so I can tell. Yeah.
This rudery will not stand. But I'm looking at Costil, but he has to recloak. He gets spotted out by Mr. Epic. But there is ×1 on the cap on C. That is Doom. He's got his little mini sentry there for company. Mookie coming to help him with cap. And it looks like WASP giving up on that point now. They're just electing to defend. But as Clefsus goes down there, I totally missed that, but he goes down to a crit flare from Goreston. Good play there from the Highpander Pyro.
Medic goes down. Woo! Get played. Yeah, I can't swear.
Played, but
I'll remember.
There's only 2 players. Sorry, scratch that, 2 players left alive now for WASP. As Mr. Epic tries to get on the point, but that mini sentry is going to take so much damage from it that he has to back off. Just going to slow down that cap a little bit more. If WASP wait in 6 seconds, 4 seconds, they've got their respawns. They can try and collectively move on to defend this point. They do have an uber advantage thanks to that backstab from Costil, who took down Sprayer earlier on. And if they use this wisely, they may be able to block this, but there is caps going down on D and E.
Go on, Catman. This is the time. Never mind. Let's drop all our players as we wait in BC. Which might have actually worked somehow.
They do have players alive, but Polk and Sprayer are in a nice little comfortable position above E. They need someone to get up there. They do have uber advantage here, WASP. And they have stopped both the points, but the longer they wait... And the Uber's it's actually quick fix. I missed that, Steve. They're running quick fix, and it does get forced. And they do not have very many players alive, and Sprayer is going to have his Uber any second now. They have 1 minute and 40 seconds to finish off 2/3 of this E-cap, and that will be game over as the flank comes in from Highpander. Catman's tracking takes down Goreston, but can't take down Hildreth as well. And it's looking good for Highpander to take this first round.
Oh, but what is Clefsus doing? He's just taking spam. Grangeable takes him down. That was definitely not a quick fix to their situation currently. He should have just gone back to spawn and regrouped with his team. A recurring theme on this map is people just go in and die on their own.
The thing is there, Mookie's taunting on the point and isn't able to shoot any of the classes trying to defend the point, and in turn WASP end up just clearing the point anyway. And Mookie was the only one left alive. Once his taunt had finished, he got backstabbed. And Death is back up, he's got sticks on the point, and I don't know, is that a throw? Could Highpander have...
That is a throw.
Could have thrown this right now, as they are bleeding players. Mr. Epic, Grenchbob and Tracker all go down. And WASP have an uber advantage. They're still running quick fix, but 33 seconds left on the clock. If Highpander don't cap this in the next 30 seconds, then WASP are going to take this first round. The P comes in.
They can still do it.
Oh, the air shot from Mookie does take down Death, and Clefsus goes down to the pipes. 4 players left alive. There's 50 seconds. They need to get players on the point, otherwise this is game over.
This isn't enough. Or is it?
It's only Lippy alive. It's 10 seconds. Lippy comes in. He forces the quick fix. 5 seconds. There's the cover. It's times 10 on the point.
I think they got it.
3 seconds left to go, and somehow Highpander managed to cap that point. That quick fix meant...
Easily done. That was not even close, CeeJaey. That was all within my predictions.
I don't think I've ever seen
exactly
times 10 on the final point.
I didn't even
Oh
see a
my
number. I just
word.
saw 3 dots.
Do you know what? You were saying about quick fix.
Yeah.
It's the fact that Sprayer picked up quick fix there. If he had used Uber, okay, and Lippy came in there and shot 2 rockets, if he had been using Uber and popped there, that would have dropped it down to at least time 8. And who knows, that 3 seconds, because the fact that you can still cap while you're using the quick fix meant that they still had times 10 on the point the entire time. And somehow there, Hildreth and co. take back the throwing that was occurring on that point, and they take this first round 1-0.
Yeah, that's gonna be another minor warning for Mookie. Sorry, you're not allowed to throw games. Just kidding.
That's a joke from our resident ETF2L admin here.
I'd never give a warning to Mookie. He's such a nice guy. As he out DMs the Olba with his melee pain train. Ooh, pain train actually. That's also a factor in that cap. Mookie had the pain train on. Maybe that was actually to 11.
It could have. I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on who's running it, I guess. It could have been like up to times 12, I guess, if the demo runs it as well. Because you've got Scout is inherently times 2. But looking at the looks, Hildreth there top fragging with 15, just coming behind Death. 524 damage per minute from Death there, but only 12 kills. And Sprayer staying alive, only 4 deaths compared to Clefsass's 7, so maybe that made the difference. Clefsass there with the 2 drops possibly sealed Wasp's fate there, but it was close. And you said, Steve, that you were 90% sure, and then after the attack round you were 70% sure.
It was only a bait. I was 100% sure all the time.
So you're 100% sure. We'll see. Okay, so now we're going to be swapping teams. No delays. Just getting straight onto the nitty gritty. We're going to have Highpander in the blue now, setting the time, attacking first. Wasp on the defense, and then they'll be trying to beat the time. And if you're Highpander, you
but
just
look at
had...
Gunrox on A. Sorry to interrupt, but that is a silly spot.
How do you even get up there?
Soda popper, man. That's
Soda popper. Must, yeah, that's why he's running.
He's
falling off.
He fell off. What a noob.
I mean, Gunrox did a lot of work on the A point earlier on. He did get a couple of kills, and maybe he was using that spot. I was
I wonder
concentrating
if we
my
can
focus on
Sandman people there. Oh, never mind.
Sinnock dies. Sinnock dies. He's in a 20-second respawn now.
Please tell me he fell into the pit.
I don't know where he died.
No, I didn't. Maybe he's
but
suicidal.
Catman goes down. Catman goes down straight away. You're still using that really forward spot. I have no idea why. But 2 down for Wasp, and the game's barely started. Although Mookie does get taken down by Death. But the sticks come in, the Sam's in. Great coordination there by Grenjabob and Hildreth. But they get taken down by Death. Actually, no, Death gets taken down by Grenjabob. But no sniper for Highpander just yet, and no Uber forces. So Oba needs to get that sentry up. He's putting it in a more passive position now. Building that up to level 3. Just have a look to see what Highpander decide to do. And it does look like they're going to try pushing the B point. It's obviously not keen on the cheesy AE push, Steve.
Yeah, it's not really needed. I mean, you can take your time and sort of establish yourself early on B. You know, show them who's boss. Oh, but Sprayer gets forced by a pipe. This I'm still confident. Yeah, they're gonna win it. You know, just maybe take a minute more. As
Grenjabob with the double kill.
Can he get the medic too? Oh, he's missing. Ooh, that's 1 out of 6 shots hit.
Oh, the headshot from Tracker though. Doesn't matter as he takes down Clefsass anyway. Polk cleans up Catman and Lippy. And Sprayer stayed alive. There's only 2 players left alive now for Wasp.
Yep,
that's the
and
sniper
it's
in the
not a problem for a Highpander to take this point with the help of Tracker.
Oh, the well-rehearsed pun, Steve. I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
And Mookie getting a couple of kills does take down Stormin. And there's no NG for Wasp either. Death doing the best he can, being aggressive here, but he's going to get taken down for sure.
My God.
The direct
is not
hit.
good. Losing both of
Goreston
them
fell
and
to
the
a
sniper,
clumsy.
that's just...
Goreston fell in the pit. I think he fell. He cratered. I can only assume that that was the pit, and Sinnock there can't get his reflex on the direct hit timed well enough. So Mookie is on the final point now.
I guess it's not that easy to play Pyro.
He gets headshot there by Stormin. But Highpander in a really good position here. Although they are really far back B. It's taken them a while. Clefsus goes down to Tracker. Just to say,
on one dice roll. Can he win another? He's going behind the blue medic right now. Spotted by Doom. But he dodged flames by just standing still. That's the luckiest you can get as Spy.
but
Okay,
it does
really
get forced
active
on
with the
Sprayer
direct
though.
hits. Is that something you see a lot actually? Oh, a trade with the soldiers. But usually you'd expect the direct hit soldier to be, you know, quite passive, waiting for the cheeky jump to happen. Oh,
Yeah,
is
I mean,
really low on the C point. We could see something happening here. Oh, but Hildreth walking up. No one's reacting.
Sprayer Sprayer got headshot there from
no.
Stormin. And Costa with the double kill. Takes down Hildreth with a backstab and then just shank Polk to death. But Highpander retaliate. Take down 3 Wasp players. There's only 4 alive. They do have an uber advantage here. They do not have the heavy. Clefsus goes down to Mr. Epic, comes in with the flank and takes on the medic and the sniper, and it's only Lippy left alive. Barely any health on him as well. And Highpander in a brilliant position now to just build their forces up, put them in the right positions, and cap the remaining points out. 3 minutes and 14 for the first 3 points. Seems fairly slow based on what we've seen so far. I would have expected faster time. It seemed much more one-sided. But Highpander are getting themselves in a decent position. Sprayer at 50%, Clefsus only on 15, and Tracker is in the window. And Wasp have it all to do here if they're going to stop this from being a much faster time.
Well, they're trying from basement. This is probably a really good spot block as demo. Maybe not with lock and load. Maybe you should just stick it instead. There you go. And Catman, is he gonna die to the pit? Never mind. He dies to the sniper instead. Some good frags for both teams, but better frags for blue, as the red medic and the heavy both go down.
Yeah, Mookie there came in with the direct took down
on the
Clefsus.
cap yet on Highpander. You see Polk Sprayer choosing to go for the really passive position there.
Oh, the backstab comes in from Nostal! Great play there by the Spy, and Sprayer uses Uber a split second too late.
Uber force. Good try, not good enough. Frags all around. We have 4 up now, was 6. 4 up for red, and 8 up for blue. I'm not that good at maps, but I think that's a big advantage. Can they take advantage of it? They're not
Doesn't
taking
seem they
advantage
are,
of it.
because Wasp are taking this kind of eastbourne side. And it seems that Highpander aren't putting enough pressure on the point. They had their players in a good position. As soon as they lost Polk there, it all kind of fell into disarray, and now Highpander deciding to get a little bit of pressure on the D point, but then in comes the Pyro Sinnock, gets taken down by Polk in the
They're
end.
giving up free frags everywhere, Red does. Polk and Epic got about 3 frags and D just as he dies to a sticky trap. Get about 3 free frags from just being on D and catching people off as they run in. That's not what you want to do on steel defense. Definitely not. It looks like Highpander is going to take it. Could be a 420, probably more like a 520 at this point. What is it?
Yeah.
They went from pi to 536, which isn't that bad. All things considered. That's
All things considered, yeah, but I mean, Highpander are probably looking at themselves and saying, hey, we could have had that under 5 minutes easily. They just didn't seem to kind of, they had the players blocking like in the right positions. They had Polk and Sprayer in the right position and all of that, but there wasn't really any effort to get cap time on, and the players that were on the cap were dying, and there wasn't much effort to stop the push from basement, from death. And it seems they lost maybe lost a little bit of momentum towards the end there, and that's given Wasp a little bit more time to play with. If they can get a decent push here going, you know, there's every chance that Wasp can make a comeback and
look at
get
the
back into this game.
Look what he's doing. He's getting whipped on the hill to jump on top of the point. And he failed twice, and now Mookie just gave up on him. That's funny.
Well, this was a strat that was used by Kazul actually at
was it?
Deutschland. Yes, I remember Kazul asking Raptor, because on Steel we used the barrel strat, our entire team hid in the barrel on A.
Oh yeah.
We waited for someone to get... It always worked. I mean, it worked for us. We won. But yeah, Raptor had to whip Kazul up onto the top of the point. So I'm not sure how effective it is, but it seemed to be popular with some spies at the moment. But it looks like Wasp here in the blue, trying to beat this time. 5:20 left.
Grangerbob gets caught out in A, and CeeJaey is back. Hello, CeeJaey.
Hi, could you not hear me?
You cut out for about 3 seconds.
Oh, okay, I'm back, and that means, I was just saying, that means no more intel for Highpander at A. The only person they've got left is Mr. Epic, and the closest he is quite far back, actually. He's just on D, so...
Well, it's only A. The drop-down push, actually, that's unusual.
Ah, no,
really
yes,
aggressive jump on the sentry.
That's really good play there by Wasp. I've heard this, but the spy comes in, Gregor takes down Catman. And Mr. Epic does... Oh, and Tracker gets the headshot. I think that was another drop from Clefsas as he gets domed there by the Highpander sniper. And it's all seemed to have fallen apart there from such a great position. The backstab there from Costa does take down Hildreth, so that's going to open things up. 15-second respawn for him. And Highpander may elect to try and back out here as Wasp starts just dry pushing this with the players they have alive. Catman just tanking, takes down goreston and the sentry, and Death getting really aggressive with those donks, pushes Polk back, but Tracker is in the window. He can see quite a few things there. Takes a flare and has to back off. He's surely going to die here. And the backstab from Granger takes down Stormin, but you know, this is taking off a hell of a lot of time for Wasp now. They're less than 4 minutes.
Well, it only took them less than 2 minutes to get control of B. That's pretty good, I think, considering how strongly Highpander usually holds B.
That's true, and they do not have very many players alive. They were 4 up at one point, and Clefsas is catching up in the Uber stakes. He's at 80. Spray still has that 100. Played very passively and got out early on, so he has stayed alive. And apparently there's a bit of an issue on the display. John, sort your shit out, my friend. We have the interviews from the other game. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the result from the other game, do not listen now. But it has been told to me that the experiment won 2-0 against Fair Enough. So congrats to,
that's
bit of an upset there.
Playing Overwatch more than TF2 gets you. I've actually just been playing with most of Fair Enough about an hour before I found out I'm casting this game.
So what you're saying is you're to blame for their distraction.
No. I mean, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm
Spray
doing that.
Gets forced though, Steve. Let's concentrate on the game at hand. Not talk about some scrub game called Overwatch. I don't know what that is. Spray gets forced here and he's back down, and Clefsas is 100%. And Wasp have captured this C point.
You have to ask yourself, does it matter if you get forced if Grangerbob is in the game? And Grangerbob's always in the game.
Unbelievable. That's surely a turning point in this game. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. You've only got 2 points to cap.
Get him, Sprayer! Doesn't even go for it. Come on, Sprayer, that's not how I taught you. You're supposed to run into the spy with your Uberstar and get tricked up. How many times do I have to tell him?
Well, that's medic advice really coming from a former Prem medic, from Sixes medic, Steve? Want to talk about those days?
Yeah. I dropped to a heavy once in a scrim because my mouse was... whoa, he did walk into the spy, but he didn't have his melee out, so I guess that's a lesson half taken.
Oh, Costil! Oh my word! Oh, 3 drops! Oh!
And the double.
And Hildreth gets double donked. Costil just backstabbing Polk there, and just face stabbing Sprayer until he just backed off.
I'm still confident.
Loose cannon. Still confident. You got 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and there is time going down on both points here.
They have about 10 seconds to block after they respawn. You know, it's doable, maybe, probably. Guys, Polk, do it, Polk, do it for Papa. Oh, he's doing it. Can he get the heavy?
But Mr. Epic just runs in.
Oh, he gets Uber first. That's quite good. Now all they need is for the players on the point to die.
Doom though, Doom tries running onto the point but loses the DM battle against Death. And with over 1 minute to go, that is it. Wasp have taken a round. Twitch chat rejoice. You have won a candy cane. At least one of you. Precious. It's getting close to Christmas time, guys. If you need a gift for someone, what better than a candy cane from the best pyro in Europe? Steve, get it ready. Come on. Twitch chat is waiting.
Ready. I have 1 candy cane in my inventory. Getting the 1 candy cane. Actually, I could just craft a hat. Maybe I'll do that instead. Do I have enough metal?
People are saying rip skins. did Wasp have a
Yep, 3-point advantage.
3-point
probably.
advantage? So that does mean if you bet on Wasp, your skins are not only
Sorry,
lovely
did
and
they lie?
safe.
I'm gonna check. Yep.
Did you
yep.
lie?
They didn't lie. I never lie.
Oh, Steve never lies. They did have. Don't worry. If you bet on Wasp, you now have some lovely new hats, some lovely new keys.
And a 70 to 30 odds as well. So you get 2.44 per one key. Very good return on investment there.
Decent odds. And if you also bet on the experiment, then I'm sure they had a disadvantage as well. I'm not sure what the odds were there. Wow. So yeah, so apparently there was a 3-point advantage for the experiment in the other game. Doesn't matter, they won anyway, 6-0. So if you bet on them, you'll be rolling around in fresh new skins tonight. We'll be coming into this third and final round now to finish up on the only remaining game left of today. And we'll be seeing if there's any shenanigans coming in from the rest of the teams, as it looks like Highpander are going to be pushing first in the blue, with Wasp defending in the red, and they will be trying to to beat the time. And I'll be interested to see what happens on this B point. I mean, the coordination from the spy and the aggression from Highpander seems to work, as Stormy gets a headshot straight onto Hildreth out of the gate. Great play by him. But Catman goes down again. He's not unsure about his positioning here, but he has gone down. But lots of damage coming in from Death. Great play by him. And it's just going to slow down Highpander a little bit more. Rox is still doing his activity on A. And yeah, I mean, it seems Wasp prefer to be defending, Steve.
Oh, sorry. I was told by Vituf to create a raffle for the candy cane, so that was occupying my mind currently.
That's fine, that's fine.
But it does seem that the hold is still going on, so I didn't miss much. Classic Hildreth. Oh, Tracker! Please stop doing that.
Another drop. I think that's left
supposed to be
third or
worse
fourth
than
drop.
problem.
Oh, you're gonna have to eat your words here, Steve.
The
More way than one.
Just peeks the corner like a man.
Steve.
Sentry's being wrangled. Hello.
Clefsass is clearly having a problem with Tracker.
Ah. Is Clefsass a lady?
Clefsass has dropped like 3 or 4 times in this game, and I think 2 or 3 of those has been to Tracker. It's all going wrong for him.
Listen to this. Is Clefsass a lady? Because I think Hildreth just made the call to a sniper to Tracker and click. Huh?
I think you're trying too hard now. As
sorry, I'll
gets the
stop now.
backstab.
Let's just comment on the game. Ooh! I think Cynic just killed himself with the loose cannon. Come on, Val, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I mean, reflecting a loose cannon, you're just asking for trouble there. As Wasp have lost 5 players.
I got 2 loose cannon reflex since the weapon got released. And I play a bit of Alba. So
you do play Pyro every now and again, don't you? I mean,
oh yeah, about twice a minute.
Sprayer here using his Uber on the shelf, getting forced, but Clefsass is not in a good position here. He could get chased out as Hildreth's trying to launch some stickies. Wasp are defending this C point for some reason. Gunrock's getting the meat shot onto Hildreth and taking him down. Big jump in from Mookie. Can Cynic get the reflex? He cannot. Gets taken down with a direct hit, but Catman has used... Sorry, Catman has been used on by Clefsass. The Uber has been used on the C point, but once again, only 4 players left alive, 3 players left alive for Wasp. There was only 4 for Highpander, but it respawns
but Catman,
much
can
quicker.
He react?
He just knows. He just knows, Steve, okay?
It's almost like there's players behind him telling him what's happening.
That's, yeah, communication from your teammates. As Catman manages to clean up there, and Wasp somehow, after all of that, are on the BC connector with an Uber advantage and all of their players alive.
And Highpander doesn't care because they're in white room. They are going to stand there and wait for a sniper to do something. As I bite my tongue, bite my words, because they're going D instead. Wonder what they're trying to go for here, because it's extremely risky to go for that D corridor. Oh, it seems they just want the E cap. Which is fair enough, but it's so much harder if you don't have the bridge.
No, this is not fair enough, Steve. This is actually Highpander. But you are correct, they are going for the E point. And there is a pit death there from Costil as he tumbles down from Goreston. And it's only Doom on the point at the moment, just 1 times cap as Hildreth is going to fall into the pit as well. These pit deaths are racking up.
10 seasons of experience in Highlander or something, even though there's only 9 of them. And that's still not enough.
And Lippy jumps onto the point just to defend it, and does well in doing so. Uber is forced there by Clefsas in the shelf area, and they're trying to clean up. Does take down Grench.
This is such a liability. If you have Sprayer and Polk, they're still stuck. You know, they're still just standing in that E room, just chilling. They get forced by a single spy who just deals 40 damage and Sprayer just pops. It's just such a full commitment move.
Oh, Sprayer goes down.
There.
Was that a drop, Steve? Did Sprayer drop?
No. He forced into the spy, and then soon after the Uber ended, he died.
But
totally
missed
all
that.
of this just because they overcommit to that E room. They have to get their priorities straight. Like, it's not always the best call to. Oh, Catman's down. Yep.
Catman's kill. Catman is in the pit as Goreston takes down Clefsas, finishes his kill streak.
Oh, I thought Costal died too.
And once you've got a pyro on that E point, it's extremely hard because he can just reflect projectiles. He can reflect players.
I thought Hard was a spy main.
Oh, but the stickies from death. Mookie's on the edge. Players
And
jumping 4 minutes and 47, and that's
times just keep getting better.
Yeah, they do, and this is the fastest time we've seen so far in this game, at least. And WASP under more pressure than before. I mean, that's what, 30 seconds give or take faster than the time that was set. But then again, they did cap with 1 minute to spare, so they would have capped in about 4 minutes and let's say 4:20 for the sake of it. They would have capped in about 4:20 in the previous round. So if they do the same as they did last round, then they can take this final round and take the bigger share of the points when it comes to the results. What do you think is going to happen, Steve? I mean, you've been wrong so far. You thought Tracker was not going to be a problem. You thought that Highpander were going to take 6 points. Tell me what you think is going to happen this final round, and I'll guess the opposite, because that'll be the correct answer.
Okay, I think CeeJaey is going to guess right. What happens
I think WASP are going to just go balls deep, and it's either going to be extremely fast time, or it's going to fail. There we go. Just sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence.
What's a fence? Are you taking offense in my lack of opinion? Even though I want the strong opinions roster?
You need to have a strong opinion. So
I balance it out. Raptors' opinions are too strong, so I take my very mild opinions, and it's still strong in the long run.
Something key here, though, Steve, is that Grenjabob has actually survived all of the spy checking happening on A. As Stormin peeks through the little crack in the door and takes down Mookie, but Grenjabob is relaying all of this information to his teammates so that they can rotate if needs be. It does look like WASP are going for the A. He places there. And Grenjabob is just watching. He's not going for a pick, he's not doing anything. He knows that they're going for the A push now. He's coming in behind. But Sinnoh catches him this time.
But he pushes him towards the medic. This is once again, this is so risky because he can just get
Goreston.
Oh, there it is.
In goes Catman into the pit. Add another pit kill to the logs, please, guys. And Goreston is very weak though, and Mookie is running, shamelessly running the Beggar's Bazooka now on the defense. But lots of damage coming in onto the spawn, and WASP aren't doing too badly here. Gunrox has got time on the point, but in comes a triple kill from Highpander. But if Gunrock stays on that point, they are going to win. They do have the sentry up. Olba is dead, and Mookie is missing his rockets because he's using the Beggar's Bazooka. Beggar's Bazooka cannot aim accurately at a distance. Uber is used from from WASP in the BC connector as Highpander have bled a few players here, but they do not have any cap time on the E point, which is the most important thing right now. As Stormin goes down, and he's lost that advantageous position on the E spawn side. But Clefsas goes down to the crit flare from Goreston, and it looks like this could go either way at the moment as simultaneous caps go down on B and E from WASP. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, but Grenjabob takes down Death. This is close, but like I said, this could all go wrong.
Could go both ways at this moment. Let's see if Mookie can stop the entire team by himself. Which, I mean, he's done before probably, so it could happen again. This time he chooses to just back out. And we're bleeding players once again. Catman 1v1ing Polk. Clearly the superior heavy.
Catman outtracks Tracker, and the Uber does get forced by, well, it wasn't even forced, it was just used by Strayer.
To push out. Oh, and Sprayer goes down.
Oh, the headshot from Stormin takes down Sprayer. 5 players left alive now for Highpander, as there is 1 times on the cap. 2 minutes left on the clock though. and Wasp need to start getting bodies onto the E point if they are going to actually win this. Death doing a great job just sticking up and does take down Polk as he's inside the spawn. But like I said, there's only 1 times cap on that B point, which has been stopped. And nobody on the E point, Steve. And if nobody starts getting their bodies on the point, doesn't matter how many kills you're getting, you're not going to win the game.
Well, I suppose you're right. But then again, the pit exists. So there's always, you know, the possibility of people just walking into it.
Tracker gets a very good pick there onto Lippy. That's one more player that can't
Very
actually
nice
jump onto
this could
the.
happen from Goreston here.
Yeah, I just don't understand at the moment. Death going for the E spawn. He tries to force back Tracker, which is good. Sprayers there as well. And again, Wasp are getting the kills, but they're not getting the time on the point. They've got times 2 at the moment. It's just coming up to 1 minute, but 3 players left alive now for Highpander.
This is a tough
so close.
here. I don't think they can block it with just a scout. Oh, unless this happens.
Tracker is alive though, and Mr.
Oh
Epic
my
jumps,
God.
but he does
It's
take down.
happening. 50-second Highpander. Come on. Come on, boys.
Catman
do it for
looks
me.
on, he can shoot, he can
Gwen is
kill
going
what
on
you
the
want.
medic. Can he get him?
Can
Where's
Tracker,
the
or
headshot?
Tracker forces
Oh,
the
no.
Uber, and Goreston can push
Goreston.
Catman, and he pushes Kemsers into the behind Catman. That's a double
Go
kill.
back,
Lippy and
Goreston.
Gunrocks are on the final
Come
point.
on,
That's
you
times
glorious
4.
son of a
Goreston
bitch.
jumps, gets
Nice.
the reflex, but doesn't actually get the kill.
Oh, there's the clear. But the sniper's in the small A window. If Wasp gets someone on the point, then that sniper is so important here.
It is only Sinnock at the moment. Time is 1, but he does
Oh
go
my
down.
gosh, this is it. Highpander has done it.
Yeah, 10 days.
4-2.
Gunrocks is alive, but he can't cap if those stickies are there. He's running the soda popper. He can
The
jiggle on that
5-1.
point. But 3 seconds left to go.
Oh my. 4-2, technically a win. Still congratulations to everyone who decided to bet on Wasp on Saloon TF. And there should be a raffle going up for a certain candy cane, hopefully soon, that you'll be able to join. See if it's on the chat yet. No, it's not. But we are waiting.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Candy
it
canes
says
aside,
it's
Steve. That game, did you think that game, I mean, let's remember the first round, Highpander capped the E point when there was only 3 seconds left on the clock.
That's true.
And the second round, Wasp take it with a minute to go. And once again, Wasp was so close to capping that final round that this could have been a 6-0 to Wasp. But in the end, Highpander are going to take it 4-2. But do you think this is an upset, or do you think Highpander have stolen it here?
Well, it's upsetting that it's the second easy win that Highpander threw. But I guess it's not really an upset. It's still like the teams are getting better as we go. You know, Wasp might have not gotten much glory, but they've been playing for a long time, and you know, especially since, as you said before, Nations Cup, a lot of practice went into Steel, and a lot of players from national teams were on those teams practicing it. So really, like, it wasn't that far-fetched to say Wasp can take it, or at least, you know, like they did take the round. And we were so close to Highpander actually losing to Wasp, which, yeah, that would have been interesting. It's also the same result as last season, I think, 4-2 against Wasp for Highpander. So maybe it's the new curse. You never know.
That is true. Maybe Wasp being a bit of a bogey team for Highpander. They did drop 2 points to them last season on Barn Blitz. I'm just waiting to see if we're going to have any people for interview. I'm not sure if anyone's going to jump in to talk to us or not. We'll wait patiently, but with regards to how the season's going to pan out, how big do you think the drop?
Yes, I can see the Hildreth, but CeeJaey cut out. How long do I think?
I said, how do you think this is going to affect the kind of the playoff contention for Highpander?
That is an excellent question to ask Hildreth and goreston as they join us in the channel any second now.
Waiting patiently,
And
and we are joined by Hildreth.
Hello, Hildreth. Hello, Polk. Hello, goreston.
Hello. Hello.
First question for you guys is, how do you think your 4-2 score is going to affect the playoffs and your chances in the playoffs? Take it away, Hildreth.
or Goreston or Polk. Anyone
Any
want to
member
answer
of
the question?
Highpander
That's
at
fine.
all?
I haven't
It's
looked at the
anyone's
tables.
guess.
Where does that put us in the table?
I don't know.
I think we're
think
second
you
behind
guys
chess,
will.
right?
I think you guys will go up to second now. Yeah.
Right.
But I think the question was more based on the fact that you've dropped 2 points in 2 weeks to, teams that maybe not looking towards the playoffs. Do you think that's going to matter when it comes to the end of the season?
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, yeah, my mic was lagging. Do you think we dropped 2 points to it? I feel like we dropped 5 points losing to this new to Prem team, Strong Opinions.
Well, technically, if you want to put it that way, you've dropped 7 points because 2 points to Experiment last week as well. I mean,
I'm just saying. We probably not going to get first seed. Chess just need to remain focused. Like even if we 6-0 them next week, they don't have any pressure on their game next week. Just have to get positive results in their remaining games. That's fine.
Honestly, that game seemed closer than I thought it would be. What is it that you've kind of struggled with on this map? Was there like a specific kind of, we're not dealing with the comms well enough, or the sniper's giving us trouble? Was it anything specific that was kind of holding you back there from just a straight 6-0?
I felt like we didn't get very many Ubers on defense. A lot of our fights that we won were kind of just scrappy fights. I mean, we brushed them aside. Every attack we got was better and better as the game went along. But on defense, we just kept losing our combo at bad times. That was probably one of the hardest things. Also, the practices we did. C became completely irrelevant against this team because of how they push. They never really pay much attention to C. And on the practicing, we had very good C holds generally. So it wasn't, when we practiced, most of the PCWs weren't any sort of practice. It was when I think the only PCW that was any help to us was against the Experiment, because they played like this team.
Yeah, from our scrims, it seems that people tend to just give up on C altogether and just hold White Room. But I guess your mileage varied.
We're playing against a team that doesn't run crits on offense as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't really see any kind of shenanigans coming out of the change in miniguns. It was only the quick fix, which I sort of called out in the first round when Sprayer ran it, and you had times 10 on the point. Maybe if you'd been running Uber, that would have dropped it down to sort of times 8 or something. Maybe you wouldn't have won it. Each round was insanely close. I mean, 3 seconds on the first round, and you could have lost it. The second round, WASP managed to take it, obviously, and in the third round, they were pretty close to taking it towards the end there. I mean, did you expect it to be this close, or not saying you guys were overconfident, or was it just the mix-up in tactics from them that kind of threw you a little bit?
Oh, I expected it to be this close. I was thinking pre-game, coming with a 4-2 probably wouldn't be so bad against WASP. I honestly think if they had played any other team, they would have got 2 points off of the game as well. They're just relentless in how they attack.
I've got to ask Goreston, how did it feel to push an Ubered, Clefsas and Catman into the pit?
Bittersweet, because I don't know if you saw on the kill feed, but that was credited to Gravity, so I didn't get the kills for that.
Oh,
we saw it on the
some
stream.
damage.
If you can manually alter the log. But
We
yeah,
haven't missed a
it felt pretty good.
single pit kill, so that's good. It's like the one thing we watched all the time is the pit. Because I predicted 7 across the evening, and I think we were really close to that.
I think we actually went over it in the end. There seemed to be quite a lot of people just randomly jumping into pits. It seemed a little bit crazy.
Oh
I think
yeah,
Saloon.ts
Mookie. How
needs to
mad
be
were
able
you
to-
when Mookie started taunting on the E point?
Yeah,
Or
and
did you not pay attention to that?
Did-
Because
did anyone see that on
point, Mookie was capping E, and he started taunting with the direct hit, which basically caused you to wipe on the E point, and lost you like a minute and a half.
Wait, that was Mookie's fault?
Yeah.
on the first round on E, you had
was
sort of
taunting?
3 or 4 players, and Mookie was taunting, and then I think it was Death came in, or Lippy, and sort of killed everyone else, and then he was the only one left on the point, and then he got backstabbed once his taunt had finished, and that you could have capped it at that point, maybe if a couple of rockets were shot, who knows. But yeah, that's why it ended up being so close, and We kind of pointed out that if you'd lost it, it would have been a bit of a throw there.
I think I remember what time you mean, because they had something like 2 up, and we looked like we were going to get it for sure, and then their spawn wave came in, and somebody got a block on point. So that was Mickey's fault. Okay, we know, it's fine.
You know,
As long as I know who to blame.
first he gets you a minor warning, now he delays your E-cap. Get them, Mookie. When is Zoop coming back?
Was that the round that we lost?
No, that was the really close one, I think.
Fucking Mickey. So what we've learned is don't have Mickey on your team.
So, I mean, looking forward now, we're over halfway, and the table's starting to kind of take shape a little bit. In your remaining games, you've got Chess Club, I believe, Stacked, and Fair Enough, I think.
Yeah, we chess next week. I mean, all the games are pretty difficult. No game is for certain that we can do it. Gravel pit against Stacked, so we're going to have to practice really hard to beat them. Especially, I'm not even sure what we're playing against. Fair Enough, but
Well, they lost to who was it? The Experiment today.
yeah, they're a good team.
They've been playing Overwatch more than they've been playing TF2, which is probably
that's
showing.
Their own
Overwatch.
fault, isn't it? I also got told by Clark they didn't want to PCW us because, I quote, "You're going to be playoff contenders, so we don't want to PCW you guys."
That seems strange.
Doesn't make much sense. does it?
So, I mean, when it comes to, how confident are you guys amongst yourselves that you're going to be in the playoffs? I've just, we've got Kakao posting stuff in the stream chat, which is actually incorrect, so just shows how bad he is at being an admin. But first, Chess at the moment is at 24 points. Stacked are not second, Kakao. They're only on 12 points, I believe, because they lost 2 games so far. So you guys, Highpander, you'll be in second with 17. Third will be Strong Opinions with 15. Stacked on 12. FE also on 12. Experiment on 9. WASP and Unpoppable are with 5 and 3 respectively. So coming into the kind of the last legs of the season, are you comfortable that you're going to be getting into playoffs, or do you think it's going to be down to the wire?
Well, I think we'll come top 3 at this stage. I think it's just going to be us and you guys fighting for seeds. But I won't rule out us challenge from Fair Enough or Stacked. But the way them losing 6-0 today was pretty bad for them. Like if they were playing consistently like they were last season, I'd be a bit more worried. But I think we'll win enough teams to get results in all of our games, and that will be enough to get us into the playoffs.
Less Fair Enough in playoffs mean less loose cannon in playoffs and less beggars in playoffs, so that's a good thing.
You think that, but
You wouldn't, Hildreth.
I'm starting to
wouldn't.
use the loose cannon a bit more.
And Mookie
Like-
definitely would.
Yeah, but Mookie always shoots one rocket at a pyro just to see what happens. So you end up killing him a lot because of that. Another thing to blame Mookie for is his deaths. Yep.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just writing a Steam message to Zoob right now. Please come back.
Maybe if you win, you can all kind of throw down together and buy him a new computer.
He has Overwatch.
Or,
as
pick
well.
up Catman as a heavy.
Zoop
I've
has
heard,
Overwatch.
Yeah, Zoob plays Overwatch. With
Wow, I should add it.
Kratos.
Right, guys. So before this descends into more Overwatch chat, let's call it a day. Highpander winning there, 2 rounds to 1, picking up 4 points against WASP. WASP probably disappointed with the result, but picking up 2 points at the end of the day, they're probably happy with. Any shout outs from anyone here? Goreston, do you want to start us off?
Oh god, I'm under pressure. I want to give a shout out to everyone watching the cast.
Oh. Hildreth, any shout outs?
Not really.
Thanks. Polk, you've been quite quiet. I want to hear a long, lengthy set of shout outs.
I just want to say shout out to my viewers and shout out to people watching this stream and complaints to Highlander.
That was good. I loved it. Steve, hit me.
Hi CeeJaey. Shout out to CeeJaey for casting with me. It must have been a horrible pain listening to my flat jokes and bad puns. Good job lasting for 2 hours.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for casting with me, Steve, and obviously John for doing the production and camera in the background. Shout out to my team. I was going to say my stream. Shout out to my stream as well. I've been told to promote myself more. Shout out to my stream, but also to my team, Strong Opinions. Thank you to everybody there, but a specific shout out to Asajj, aka Anubis101. Okay? Big personal shout out for that man. He knows why. But there we go. This has been Highpander versus WASP, a triple header of Highlander. I think we've covered pretty much every game this season except for 1 or 2. And I hope that continues all the way through for the next few weeks as well. Thank you to everybody here. Thank you to the players for playing. For those of you who joined us for the interviews. This has been BlackOut Gaming TV, and we'll see you next week for more Highlander games.